Hello, and welcome to a special circle time on September 11th. My name is Miss Kathy, and this is Sue. Sue, do you have a favorite superhero? What about you? Do you have a favorite superhero? Do you like Spider-Man? What about Batman? Do you like Iron Man? And what about the Incredible Hulk? Well, today we're going to hear about superheroes, but they're not exactly like Spider-Man or Batman. Let's read this story together, okay? September 11th, a day to remember. America is a great country in which to live. In America, all children get an education. There are opportunities to get higher education in vocational schools and colleges. There are lots of opportunities to work in a variety of jobs available in America. This country has large chain stores and shopping malls filled with food, clothing, toys, and more. In America, everyone can worship freely. There are many churches to choose from. Most people in other countries admire America. Some people try to be like America and even call themselves westernized. Other groups of people hate America. One particular group, known as Al Qaeda, hates America. Their hatred is so great that they decided to do something very terrible to America. On September 11th, 2001, 19 men from the Al Qaeda organization each bought tickets and boarded 4 different planes. 5 from the group were on 3 planes and 4 were on a 4th plane. Each group included 1 trained Al Qaeda pilot. The planes took off from airports headed for different destinations. However, while the airplanes were in flight, the groups of Al Qaeda members carried out their plan. They forced their way into the areas where the pilots and co-pilots were, called the cockpits. They changed the courses of the planes. 2 of the planes began to fly toward New York City, New York. Their destinations were the 2 largest buildings in New York, known as the World Trade Center buildings, or Twin Towers. The 2 towers were also known as the North and South Towers. One of the planes crashed into the side of the North Tower. 17 minutes later, the second plane crashed into the South Tower. Both of these tall buildings collapsed a short time later. The 3rd plane headed for Arlington, Virginia, and crashed into a building called the Pentagon, which is the headquarters of the United States Department of Defense. The 4th plane had made its way toward Washington. This plane's destination was the White House, which is the home to the President of the United States. However, some of the American passengers on this plane had gotten calls on their cell phones from family members and friends telling about what had happened with the other planes. They decided that the plane they were on was not going to be used to crash into another building. Some of these brave passengers decided to try to get into the cockpit and gain back control of the plane. The brave passengers were able to stop the plan of the Al Qaeda on board. They were not able to land the plane safely, however. The plane went down in an empty field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Among the brave heroes of the September 11 attacks were the approximately 400 rescue workers. Most of these workers were firemen and policemen. These heroes risked their own lives to help save others. After the events of September 11, Americans from all over the country began a huge effort of supporting the people who were injured and the family members of those killed. Americans prayed for them, volunteered to help them, and donated money and supplies to them. Today, the people in America still remember the terrible tragedy that took place on September 11th, 2001. Americans also remember good things that took place, such as the demonstrations of heroism and bravery. Well, we got to hear about some real superheroes. The people on that plane that helped take back the plane so that it didn't crash into the White House were heroes. The firemen and the policemen who rushed in to help save people in those collapsed buildings were heroes. And the soldiers who took into action and went over to help defend our neighbors and friends in our country were heroes, and they're still heroes. There are still soldiers fighting for our freedoms here in America. Well, we live in an amazing country. America is wonderful. We can have freedoms and liberties. We can worship God the way that we choose to. We can get an education through homeschool or public or private schools. This is an amazing place. And I think right now would be a great time to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Would you like to help us? You ready, Sue? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, let's remember that we can be heroes too. We can treat each other the way we treated each other right after September 11th, 2001. We can be kind to each other and love each other and look for ways to help. We'll see you next time. Have a great day. Goodbye.